Primary sclerosing cholangitis, a rare liver fibrotic disease of the bile ducts, affects mainly men, relatively young men. There are approximately 80,000 patients in the 7 major markets, and unfortunately, there are no approved drugs today to patients with PSC.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. I'm joined by Dr. Adi Mor, the CEO of Chemomab Therapeutics. Adi, very good to meet you. You're up to your third quarter results today. Before we delve into those, for viewers not familiar with the company, could you give us a quick introduction to Chemomab?
Absolutely. Pleasure to be here today, and thank you for inviting us. So I'm Adi Mor. I'm the co-founder, the CEO, and Chief Scientific Officer at Chemomab. A couple of maybe introduction words on who we are. Chemomab is a clinical stage company. We're developing novel treatments for diseases that involves inflammation and fibrosis, meaning the abnormal scarring of the organ. Our lead compound, CM-101, is a first-in-class drug that neutralizes a very unique target called CCL24 that was found to play a very central role in the biology of both inflammation and fibrosis. We are targeting rare diseases with large commercial potential and high unmet medical need. And initially, our lead indication is primary sclerosing cholangitis, also known as PSC. It's a rare liver disease that involves scarring of the bile ducts within the liver. And we have recently reported positive top-line results from a phase 2 clinical trial in primary sclerosing cholangitis. Maybe just to mention also that over the years, we have substantially de-risked the CM-101 program, given extensive preclinical data as well as early clinical data that we have assembled. And the latest positive data from our clinical study in PSC not only confirm the excellent safety and activity of our drug seen before, but also achieved clinical proof of concept for the first time in PSC. So obviously, very exciting time at Chemomab.
Take us through the next steps then for CM-101, now that you've had those positive top-line results, Adi.
Absolutely. So we are gearing up to meet the FDA for an end of phase 2 meeting before the end of this year. And we're planning to get the feedback of the FDA on how the design of the phase 3, the single pivotal study, is going to look like towards registration. Now, this is a very exciting time and transformative time, I would even say, for Chemomab and for the entire PSC field in general, because we believe that we are entering a stage, a phase with the FDA where it is very possible and likely that the FDA will accept the use of non-invasive biomarkers as registrational endpoints for the phase 3. And those biomarkers were already showed very good activity in our phase 2 clinical trial, so a substantial de-risking with regards to that. In addition to the end of phase 2 meeting with the FDA, we also have a second part to the phase 2 study in PSC. It's an open label extension part of the study, so patients are receiving drug for a longer duration, and we will report data from this part of the study in the first quarter of 2025, as well as the feedback that we will receive from the FDA in the first quarter of 2025.
Adi, what's the market's opportunity you've identified here?
So primary sclerosing cholangitis, a rare liver fibrotic disease of the bile ducts, affects mainly men, relatively young men. There are approximately 80,000 patients in the 7 major markets. And unfortunately, there are no approved drugs today to patients with PSC. And therefore, we are expecting to have a substantial commercial opportunity that may even exceed $1 billion, especially with a drug like CM-101 that can actually alter disease progression and not just affect the symptoms.
So those are a couple of upcoming milestones. Going back to the third quarter, though, a busy, productive period for the company. You mentioned those positive top-line results. You also raised $10 million in financing, so that really extends your cash runway through to 2026 and through all of these upcoming milestones.
Yes, that is very much correct and very, very positive. We are very pleased to have strong support from top-tier investors, including OrbiMed, who are already existing investors in Chemomab for a long time, but also new investors like HBM Partners and Sphera, And in addition to that, I might also want to add that there is a lot of interest from potential strategic partners, given the positive data that we've seen with our phase 2 study. So very exciting time at Chemomab, and the recent PIPE that we have conducted based on the data allows us to extend our runway through the beginning of 26, as you've indicated, and long after we will achieve potentially the milestones in the first quarter of 2025.
Well, Adi, I hope you'll keep us updated on any progress. Thank you very much for speaking with us today.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
That's Dr. Adi Mor, the CEO, also the founder of Chemomab Therapeutics.